Hi, this is Stela Mirtz with REMAX Excellence, and I'm here with Hamid Abdi from Mortgage Alliance, and we're going to talk about the mortgage renewal. All right, so let's start here. What actually happens when someone renews? What are the people deciding?
That's a good question. Thank you, Stella. When someone renews, what happens is the bank will be very proactive. And 6 months before the renewal, they will send them an offer, and that basically kind of, in some cases, people get blindsided and they will like be in awe that they've been so proactive and give me a renewal, and gives you a feeling that I should just sign it and send it back. That's the big mistake you make there. You have to do your three strikes. You check with one, two, and three. You can check with a broker, with another bank, the current bank that you have. Always negotiate that renewal offer that they sent you. That's not final. It's in the name, renewal offer. And then you look into your options. Maybe that's not a renewal situation. Maybe it's a refinance. If you ask for proper consultation, and maybe you're in a position pretty wise to be able to work with a realtor and have your next rental. So that's what happens when you're at renewal time.
Yes, because if you pause and think about the options, like getting probably financing, and you can actually upgrade to a better house or invest in a second property. And this is where I come in, helping finding the right solution on the real estate part.
Exactly. And that's very important if someone is always looking at expanding the portfolio. Your equity is your money. If you have enough equity, maybe that you even with no time is a refinance that, and working with the right team and a realtor that knows investment, they can actually help you expand on that. And that's a good time.
Yeah. Most of the people are just thinking about what would be the best rate to renew instead of what they can do with some equity that they already have in their current property.
Exactly, as we discussed, renewal is an opportunity. It's not just the rate. It's an opportunity for you to make changes to your mortgage, but make the repayments lower. If you don't want to expand and buy another property and refinance, it's so there's opportunity for you to make changes to your, maybe the new regulation from the government allows you to switch without the stress test into a new bank, into a new lender, which is great. You used to not have this, and the government came in and see that there will be a lot of renewals in this year and next year, and they wanted to increase competition. So you can uh, do a straight transfer of your mortgage without triggering appraisal or having to requalify for under the stress test. And that makes it much easier for you to actually move your mortgage to a better bank with a lower rate. This is actually what I actually did for one of my clients. He called me just to get a lower rate with one lender, and that lender, I reached out to that bank and they could not give him any lower rate. But I said, hey, you know what? This other bank that I work with have a very good rate in the range of 3.8%. So why not move you over there? And under this new regulation, I was able to do that. And that actually resulted in a lower payment for the client as well. The good thing is that even if there's not a lot of equity and maybe you're at 90% or you're on an insured mortgage, you're going to still use the same program to transfer your mortgage. And you don't have to worry about the appraisal value or anything. Also, you could add up to 3,000 on top of the current mortgage that you have when you transfer it to a new lender to cover your closing costs, the transaction costs. Great opportunities, renewal times equals opportunities.
If you have a lot of equity in your property at the time of renewal, what would be the best option for making those money work in the equity?
It's a great question. See, a lot of people have they can have different options, plans in life. They can start a new business. They don't want to work anymore as an employee. They want to have their a restaurant or whatever that they want. And they always come to me and say, hey, I want a business loan. Business loans are expensive. But if you're at renewal time and you have a lot of equity in your house, it's the same thing. That's your money. This is your money. It's just a different bucket. Even if you get a business loan, if you're a sole proprietor and a new business, even a corporation, you're gonna still, sign a personal guarantee, which doesn't make it any different if you still, because I see a lot of people that did like, oh, if I get a business loan, it's on the business, it's not on my house. No, that's not the case. You signed a personal guarantee and that put everything at risk. So that's the best time. It's your renewal time. It's a good opportunity. You have a lot of equity. You want to take some money out, put it into the business, run the business, make some money there. And if you don't want to do that, you could buy another rental property, which I always look at rental properties as businesses, and those rental properties has to be positive cash flowing. And if you have a realtor that understands investment and positive cash flow rental properties, you will be a good team around you to help you find those properties and basically run it like a business, not a property anymore. And you will be having your additional cash at the end of the month and build your equity over time. The market will change and you will have the market appreciation. You will also have your savings, the tax savings. You get to write off a lot of expenses. And over time, in the course of 10 to 15 years, a rental property will give you a significant amount in gains, and we could repeat the process of what we just explained on that single property. Take
Sounds
equity
good.
out, do it again. They call it BRRRR, right? Buy, rent, repeat, refinance. So you could do that.
So, in conclusion, one who is due to renew their mortgage, best making, the best advice, taking the best advices from the mortgage advisor, real estate agent, just before they're making any decision to
Exactly.
renew or
That's
refinance.
that's very true. Not any real estate agent. If you're doing investment, you have to work with real estate agents. Or if you're buying a home for yourself, you work with certain agents. A lot of agents are very, because we all buy a home for ourselves, so it's an easy step. But if you want to work with someone who is experienced in investment and they know how to calculate positive cash flow and how to actually value the right property, then you have to know that you work with the right experts and the right realtors, the right mortgage brokers, not your cousin, not the bank, not the employee of the bank who's just, getting a paycheck to give you some products and they don't know what they're talking. And unfortunately, we have a lot of this. And people actually listen to that, which is very unfortunate. So the key rule here is you'll only listen to people who have results, who have shown what they're saying has been proven that it works. And that's going to be a success formula in using your renewal time as a great opportunity to make more money, not just sign another expensive offer which you can live with.
Correct. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure speaking to you. It's always great to chat. And I think it was a good topic that we discussed today.
There are a lot of good topics that we're going to have for sure.
We will definitely have more good topics to discuss and share with our audience.